Oh man, Asmongold's been banned again? What did he say this time? Did he go into the Dragon Age subreddit and said, I don't care what any of you guys say. You all deserve to get... Anyways, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy who Bioware and their mouthpieces, their surrogates are going out there and attacking and who they're bringing in. But let's see why Asmongold is no longer allowed on a Reddit forum, which should be taken as a badge of honor at this point in time. Streamer Asmongold was banned from the Dragon Age subreddit for declaring that he's really excited for Dragon Age Veilguard. Funny, so am I. And even after seeing a lot of the gameplay, I'm still excited to see what else they have on offer. During his most recent stream, Asmongold posted to the Dragon Age subreddit a post titled, I'm really excited for Dragon Age Veilguard. Hey, it's like, you know, pretty significant celebrity is bigging up our game. I don't know why they wouldn't be more, ecstatic by this post. Based on a screenshot of a stream posted to X by I'm Binary Mind. Okay, Asmongold wrote in the body of his post, it's my first Dragon Age game, and I'm curious to see what all this hype is about. Yeah, that's crazy, right? The post has been removed from the Dragon Age subreddit, and Asmongold was banned from the subreddit. Why? Okay, ex-user Kaiser 11131 shared a screenshot of the message sent to Asmongold informing he was banned from Dragon Age subreddit, unfortunately due to many repeated infractions of our civility and bigotry rules for the user of this community. Wait, what? We decided to automatically revoke access to the subreddit as a preventative measure so that our community at large can focus on actual criticisms of the game without getting involved in a war against woke culture. There are other subreddits for Dragon Age that allow this type of discussion, which we recommend visiting instead. What? But it's there again, it's a typical Reddit moment basing everything on, well, I guess Asmongold's subreddit kind of posting just all of the fishy responses and all of the glowing pre-launch hype that this game was getting. It's very strange. Very strange how they're also owned overwhelmingly by the same media conglomerate. It's kind of like the same way that when Hollywood decides to put out a big accusatory story that it always seems to run in the same circles, like, I don't know, the Hollywood Reporter, Variety, Deadline. Oh, wait, they're all owned by the same media conglomerate. Weird. I wonder why nobody trusts corporate access media anymore, but this has been going on in gaming mostly because as the medium itself has continued to grow in recent years and has far eclipsed every other form of entertainment in size, scope, and profitability, its journalists, its shills, they have been derided much longer than your traditional access media. And so they have been dying a death for quite a long time. And yeah, if it wasn't for the Ziff Davis, the IO medias out there, the likes of Kotaku, IGN, Rock Paper Shotgun, PC Mag, VG 24/7, Games Industry Biz, Extreme Tech, Eurogamer, they would all be gone. Because remember, Eurogamer gave Dragon Age Veilguard a perfect 10 on 10. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. But IGN also owns, outside Xbox, Digital Foundry, and Hookshot. And Hookshot owns Nintendo Life, Push Square, Pure Xbox, and Time Extension. Oh, interesting. So it's this big incestuous pool that cooks up a narrative before anybody has access, and especially in the case of Dragon Age The Veilguard, nobody was getting early access unless of course they were posing as a non-binary female streamer, and then that ended up contributing to a 70,000 concurrent players on Steam on its launch day. Wonder how much longer they're gonna get away with this incestuous practice. Well, now that people are, finally picking up on this, now that more mainstream individuals, and especially with a lot of the clips coming out of Veilguard, because he had that exceptionally woke, I'm apologizing for misgendering a character clip, has been making rounds in BoomerCon circles, like libs of TikTok, and God, it was so hilarious to see all of those goofs share that clip and go, wow, I can't believe the woke mind virus has come for games. It's like, where the fuck have you been for the past decade and a half? But it's like, just go focus on getting Trump elected for a little while, boomers, and then you can start to, go back and attempt to reclaim the entertainment that you guys just allowed the liberals and the commies and the socialists, why am I redundant, to come in and pervert for generations. But like I said, people are starting to get more aware of, well, the bought and paid for reviews at this point in time, because this is general practice. Now this is a a very perfect example of what the games media is doing, something that the Hollywood media has been doing for a very long time, giving catchy buzz terms and affixing it to a movie. Like Shang-Chi was an absolute triumph. The Eternals was literally saving lives. It was groundbreaking. Then you had the Marvels, was a fun breath of fresh air. Like, they always have this whippy little soundbite that you seem to find across all of the reviews. And it's very funny that it normally comes from the Access Media when they're giving you their little bullet point review before they tell you about the very luxurious gift bag that they were given by the studio and how they look forward to their next invitation to the upcoming 8, 9, 10 on 10 Marvel film. Very strange, but yeah, did you guys hear that Dragon Age is returning to form? Veilguard reviews are totally organic and definitely not paid for because, yeah, Checkpoint Gaming giving it a perfect 100. Veilguard is a triumphant return to form. PlayStation Universe, a 95, okay? Now, without a doubt, a return to form for Bioware. Digital Trends, ooh, giving it a paltry 7. Veilguard is a return to form. Very strange. Oh, IGN Portugal. Veilguard is a return to form for Bioware. Pure Xbox, as you remember, is owned by, what is that, Hookshot or IGN? Oh, Pure Xbox, owned by Hookshot, who is owned by IGN. Right. And they also just somehow comes out of their reviewer's mind that Dragon Age The Veilguard is a triumphant return to form for BioWare. Of course, this is just all coincidental, non-parallel thinking. They all come up with the same ideas that, you know what, BioWare, they haven't looked this good since the last time they looked this good. And this is definitely a return to form for the studios that signed the bottom of the check that just cleared. It's fantastic that they finally returned to form. We love all of their games, and we especially love the people that are writing them. And when it comes to game journalists, they're just as happy for the people that are writing this garbage as they are for the people that are no longer writing this garbage. Mostly because it wouldn't be crap, because the first 3 Dragon Age, even though 2 is a little bit of a flumpy mess in and of itself, Origins is still held up as one of the best RPGs, especially led to the Renaissance. And at a point in time, especially in gaming back then, I seem to recall a point where, yeah, BioWare was leading the charge, taking RPGs, specifically the good ones, the exclusive export from Western gaming. Square Enix, Bandai Namco. That was a point in time when they were releasing horrific dog shit, like specifically talking as a Square Enix fan. That's when you were getting a compilation of Final Fantasy 13, which still makes me want to deep throat a shotgun. Fucking shit sucks. Yeah, they couldn't find their way. And hell, who was it out west that put out Lost Odyssey, a better JRPG at the time than anybody out west could have done? And now, the tables have obviously turned, and all of those competent writers, well, they've been drummed out of the industry by idiots that think that they can do it better because they have the right ideology. BioWare allegedly discriminating against men and only hiring people who will parrot and embrace the ideology that higher-ups demand. Oh, so pliable tards. Oh, okay, cool, I understand. A new rumor alleges that BioWare is discriminating against men when it comes to hiring and is only hiring individuals who will parrot and embrace the ideology that the higher ups a demand. And we don't even need to get a source on this. We just know that's true, mostly because of the people that have been uncovered who have consulted and influenced this game moving forward. And we have, oh, surprise, surprise, a real work of art. 2, in fact. Want a glimpse into who is responsible for the super quirky and talented writing we've seen so far in Dragon Age The Veilguard? Yes, shout out to Madame Savvy for doing this autistic deep dive. What I love most about the writing we've seen is that it truly speaks from an authentic self-inserting, yes, kind of way that is devoid of nuance and exchange. Oh my god, bro. Just the amount of proper nouns being exchanged between people time and time again. Like in that prologue, I talked about it yesterday. How many times you hear the word ritual? Dreadwolf is undergoing the ritual. We must go to the spot where we can stop the ritual. As you can see from over here, my best friend that I had just met, the ritual is taking place up there. Yo, I want to Veilguard my roof so I don't make such a big mess so I can escape this nonsense. But yes, it's low effort knockoff Marvel humor from someone who substitutes reality for fantasy and fantasy for reality. And we're talking about Laura Kate Dale. Probably wondering who hired this absolutely talented individual. This totally isn't pandering. Patrick moved off of Twitter, deleting all of his tweets, but he's pretty active on Blue Sky. Oh, fantastic. Narrative designer who has the ability to hire the above individual who we have, let's see right here, Laura Kate Dale. I got approval to say this. I worked on Dragon Age The Veilguard. I've been sat on this secret for nearly 4 years. Fantastic. And I'm so excited to finally be able to tell everyone I'm in the credits. Thank you so much, Patrick Weeks, for reaching out to get me involved. Oh, we're so happy because of that, because you're also an accessibility consultant for Life is Strange double exposure, queer consultant, oh boy, accessibility author, Wig Awards journalism, whatever, bro. But yeah, I mean, is anybody shocked by this? My name is Laura Kate Dale, and I'm an author, accessibility, and queer representation critic and consultant, video game critic, streamer, and all-around content creator. Blows my thread of various projects and how you could support my ongoing work by grifting your way into a dying studio. That's fantastic stuff. But back to our guy, Trick Weeks. The narrative designer had the ability to hire, yes, the above individual who's also writing a novel. I'm certain it's absolutely very different from writing in Veilguard. Yeah, exactly. Another, yes, chapter finished in my personal novel. Starting to love my doofus heroes, which is a good sign. Oh, fantastic stuff. He's a they-them with the wife in, well, if he's still working at Bioware proper in Edmonton, which is just a fucking dumpster fire. I've always hated Edmonton, but now it's just become a complete and total trash fire. By the way, it's the largest city just south of me. Like, I'm from Grand Prairie. You can go ahead and check that. Grand Prairie, Alberta. It's 50,000. I think Edmonton has finally brought in enough illegals to make it 1 million people that are there at the University of Alberta, and it's an absolute liberal hellhole. If you love tent cities and minus 20 below, it's the city for you. But hey, we've got the Oilers. Suck a dick. Patrick has some interesting posts. Anyways, these two and a handful of others wrote the absolute banger. That is Dragon Age. Yes, Veilguard. It was so good. The Mass Effect team had them come out and say that they wouldn't reduce their M rating and actually keep things the way they are instead of deviating this hard on a series. Well, all of the other Dragon Age games, they were M-rated, right? But sure, none of this forced DEI injection into the game. You want to put it all in there, gleefully even. But oh man, talk about DEI hires is lowering. But this is a lowering of quality like we've never seen. Yeah, especially somebody who focuses in on horny dragon books. Jesus Christ, why is it always these freaks? I've told you, I've shown you, and chances are, if you're interested in this stuff, you have seen other clips from Veilguard, and I'd imagine that your toes have probably curled a significant amount. And after this weekend, with more people going through the campaign, seeing all the side quests, there's a good chance that there's a hell of a lot of cringe hooked deeply into the latter stages of this game. So we'll be able to fully see what Trick and Laura were up to, what exactly they consulted and used all of their narrative skills to produce. I would imagine it's only gold in them there hills, and there are people more than willing to mine it. So we'll see what they produce, and we'll see how much of a drop-off Veilguard has, because there was a lot of interest in seeing how cringe it gets, and now that everybody has seen it, they're willing to see how much more cringe it's going to get. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.